Hello, good day, everyone. So I'm going to present our presentations, our research, the cause of harvesting process in the community forest during the COVID-19. My name is Nurin Dalia from Hassan University. In Azari's forest exploitations operations, the forest harvesting process also determines whether the planned target is achieved or not. The amount of harvesting caused in community forests can be influenced by several factors. For example, labor wages, the number of workers, the volume of wood, including the COVID-19 pandemic situations. This pandemic has had a direct or indirect impact in increasing the cost of the forest harvesting process. According to research conducted before the pandemic, for example, in Toraja, we can see the cost of the average cost of the harvesting community forest for 10 timber entrepreneurs was 147 million rupees per year, or it's about 194,000 rupees per cube. These costs are influenced by several factors, such as the volume valid wages for labor maintenance and repair costs of machine and others. Meanwhile, in Bone, in the other case, in Bone district has a forest area of 145,000 hectares with an area of 4,500 hectares community forest and 4,220 hectares of community teak forest. The area has community forest that is quite potentials that plants that are mostly developed Arctic species which are planted with cocoa. Wages for lodgings activities in community forests are paid by a species rate, which is different from natural forests which use the per wage methods. The run, the equipment, it requires operators and operators assistant and all other things that ensure the smooth running of these tools, including labor. Therefore, this research was conducted to find out how much it costs the actors of community forest harvesting at all stages of community thick forest harvesting during the current COVID-19 pandemic. Research methodology. There are three steps. The one step is lodging the community thick forest. Second is harvesting wood in community thick forest, and the third or the last is harvested wood is sold to industry. This is three several criteria will be sampling by code, and the number of respondents was 5 entrepreneurs and 5 wood harvesters with the following criteria. So there are 30 respondents, the total respondents. And the data collected in this study consists of primary data and secondary data. Primary data collected include the identity of the respondent and repair costs and machine maintenance costs, fuel costs, labor costs, tree purchase costs, general descriptions of community lodging activities, and the last is general description of the following locations for community wood forest harvestings. The total cost is the formulas, and this is the formulas for the revenue. This is for net income. And how about the results? This is table shows the larger descriptions of this respondent. As you can see, the education was is the worst educationals and which work experience more than 5 years, which is the specializations, other jobs, and the age. Logging equipment used in the specification, the remarks, and you can show in these tables. And let's see the costs incurred by lodgers and the harvesting process during the COVID-19 pandemic. So the depreciation costs are incurred to cover investment in equipment. The amount of depreciation costs over the lifespan of chainsaw steel 74 logging for a group is 7 years, which is depreciations about 800 per hours rupees. Yeah. With the chainsaw purchase price is 7,000 rupees. Whereas for Falcon Group, so the depreciation scores with 1,000 rupees, which is purchasing the chainsaw with 6 billion rupees. This is a capital cost is around 600 rupees until 750 rupees per hour. This is the fixed cost. This fixed cost is around 1,600 until 1,700 rupees. This is the variable cost around 1,000 until 2,000 rupees per hour. And this is fuel cost in 5 liters or 1 until 5 liters with the 560 until 600 6,000 5,000 until 6,000 rupees. About the wages, the operator's wages is 40,000 per cube. And average cutting volume is 4.30 cube per day. So that the average was of operators and assistants per hour is 29,000 rupees per hour. For felling, their cutting volume was 5 cube per day, so the average given was about 26,000 rupees per hour. As you can see in the tables, this is logging cost component. There are fixed and variable costs and also the total cost. And the total cost is about 53,000 rupees per cube. And the average filling ability in the felling is about 40,361,000 rupees per cube. And average legging costs is about 47,000 rupees per cube. And the conclusion is, based on the research, it can be concluded that the total cost for filing group was 53,000 per cube, with an average cutting ability in 0.72 cube per hour. Meanwhile, the total cost of the filing group in other groups was 40,000 Indonesian rupees per cube, with an average cutting capacity 0.87 cube per hour. Larger scores are harvesting first during the pandemic do not differ significantly from the costs incurred by the lodgers before the COVID-19 pandemic. Thank you very much for your attention.